Jim doesn't come, I might have to join you guys. I feel like I'm the odd man out here.
Permission to move granted.
Are these the cameras? Who's between the mayor and Renee? I can't read it. Hi, Rose.
Francis, come here.
Hi there, this is Jim Winarski.
Hi, Jim.
Sorry, even after a year and a half of this Zoom stuff, I'm still a rookie, but we're trying.
Oh,
Glad to have you.
Jim.
I'm gonna make you a panelist. I don't know if I can. Why can't I? Anyway, we can hear you, Jim.
Thank you, I can hear you guys.
Great. Ready whenever
Miss
you are.
Kath, I think we're ready to go when you are.
Okay.
We're gonna sit back and listen.
All right, well, we'll have plenty of time for questions and hopefully some solid answers for you. Appreciate everyone's time tonight. We have a number of people here to help inform the council with any questions you might have. So everyone hopefully knows me as the planning director. We have Aaron Snippert, of course, executive director of the city's redevelopment authority, or RACE, which is the redevelopment authority of the city of Erie. A lot of us call them ERA, but technically it's RACE. We also have a number of our RACE board members, which is Jay Ellerstadt, who's our chair, Chuck Scalise, who is a member of the RACE board as well. Also code enforcement, I thought that it was good to have them here in case you have any specific questions. I call them our frontline soldiers on issues of blight and things affecting our property conditions. I have Steve Yurkovich, who is here. Steve represents, not only is he great at sort of communicating some of the challenges that our neighborhoods have, but he also represents a portion of the city that isn't really represented by a neighborhood group. So there's not a lot of additional opportunities that homeowners or residents in the area that he serves with additional housing opportunities, because there's no neighborhood group working on behalf of that area. It's a fairly large area, and Steve gets...
What organization?
What's that?
On the behalf of what organization or on the behalf of the city?
Steve Yurkovich is a code enforcement officer.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Mike Lavery is our demolition coordinator. So Mike is the one who works most closely with Aaron once properties get too far gone. And he works with the Blight Review Board and then with Aaron to help move those properties into getting them through the blight and getting them declared blighted, and then hopefully demolished if need be. And then we have Erin Carey, our neighborhood planner. Erin has been with us for 3 years. She's been mostly in charge of our neighborhood strategic plans and the property conditions survey that is represented in the blight report that we've given to you. She also helped put this report together, and she does a number of other things. She works directly with our neighborhood groups on advancing the priorities that they need assistance with and connecting them with code officers as needed. On the call, we also have Rose Graham, who is also a race board member. Hi, Rose. We have Brian Hudson, who is the past executive director, retired of PHFA. Brian has been a wonderful advisor to race on helping us think through the housing program and really think about what the new development opportunities are. So he brings a wealth of knowledge and expertise that has been, like I said, an invaluable resource for us. We did have, and I believe we still do, Heather Casper. She did call in. I see someone on the chat. Can we make the display larger? Yes. Sorry. I'm going to play a number of roles today, so if it takes me a while to get to you, I apologize. So I did see Heather, and now I see Heather. So Heather Casper, of course, she represents the Sisters of St. Joseph Neighborhood Network. They work in the Little Italy, but also over on the east side as well. And Heather sits on the Erie Neighborhood Growth Partnership, which is an organization that works directly with the Redevelopment Authority. Actually was created by the Redevelopment Authority to work on housing initiatives. I also did see Janina Lee, who is Academy Marvintown, or Academy Neighborhood Watch Group, and I think she's still on the call. She also sits on ENGP. And we just recently, as you may recall, did a neighborhood strategic plan for the Academy Marvintown, and Janina was a wonderful advocate for that plan. So I just want to make sure, is there anyone else on the call other than Chief of Staff, Mayor, and Jim Winarski, who I might be missing? I apologize if I am. Kelly Neville, who is she's the finance director for RACE, is also on the call. So welcome, Kelly. Thank you for everyone for being here again. We appreciate the time that council's given. With the ARP funding that's become available, we see this as an opportunity to address the housing needs of this community in a significant way, in ways that we've never been able to address in the past. And what we wanted to do is, one, provide you it's kind of a reality check of really what we're up against. And that's what's evident in the blight report that's on the screen. Initiatives that they want to advance. And I sit on the race board myself. I sit on the City of Erie Land Bank, the Blight Review Committee, and I get to hang out with our code enforcement officers every once in a while, and they report directly to me now under our new structure as the neighborhood resource part of the planning department. We have been talking and learning a lot about the issues that our neighborhoods are affected by and are affecting our neighborhoods, really since the time of Erie Refocused, which really elevated the idea of the housing market is a mess, and there's issues that we need to address, and we need to address them swiftly and quickly. But for the funding that we needed in place to do so. What we've done since then is we started these neighborhood strategic plans that drills down specifically working with the residents, what their needs are and how we can best address them with limited resources. We've also done this neighborhood strategic plan using a property conditions survey. It's modeled after what was done in Erie Refocused, which was a property by property this thing's gonna drive me crazy, so this mask, I'm
You're
gonna keep
6 feet
moving.
away. You can
You're
sit
fine,
down.
yeah.
But the property conditions survey that we started, it was modeled after Erie Refocused, which was a property by property condition survey of the state of the homes that sat on those properties. Homes, rental homes, either or. We wanted to go back and redo that survey using code enforcement informed observations, and also to digitize it and put into a GIS system that gives us a wealth of ability to analyze it against other things like assessed value, like rental, like blight reports, like we can just layer on a lot of different things. We're able to do a tremendous amount. We've done this through using volunteers, trained students, and sometimes our code officers will go out. And they will reassess some of the property, make sure it's being assessed properly. To date, 68% of the city has been reevaluated and has been rechecked by our code officers. So this is well-informed data. This blight report shows you the breakdown of what those numbers represent. We have, because we've not completed the entire city, we've done estimates of what's left and what we anticipate. Also, in the housing plan that you have, on the second page, you don't have to turn to that now, but you'll see charts and tables. Those, the conditions of properties and the rating of those properties come from this property condition survey. So it has provided us a lot of information that we're able to use now. The ARP funding, we believe, is that opportunity to actually start addressing what our neighborhoods need and what our housing stock needs in that quick and swift manner that we needed in 2016, and we need it even more now. So just a little bit, I'll go over the blight report. This is a very, Erin, like I said, put this together, and she's done a yeoman's job taking a lot of information and trying to drill it down into something that's meaningful. So I commend her for the work that she has done. I gave her a big task, and she took a very large document and tried to make it palatable for 2 pages. What this shows you, and this is the first time we've actually been able to put a cost to the issues of blight. You can see in the chart the conditions of housing right here. These represent an estimate of 28,000 and some residential properties. Of these, they get a ranking between 1 and 5, 1 being the best and 5 being unsound. I said that right, okay? Unsound is, they're in such a poor state of disrepair that these properties are too far gone, in our words. This is what we would be considered, these 427 properties would be considered eligible to be blighted today. Unfortunately, only 42% of these properties are vacant. So we have people who are living in unsanitary, unsafe, and unhealthy conditions in our city today, a large number of them. What that means to us is we have to provide alternative housing that's affordable, quality, and safe. So that's why you have in front of you a housing plan that doesn't just focus on blighted properties, but works on both ends. How do we get the properties that are showing moderate to early signs of disrepair, get them to a state that they're in good repair and eligible, and an opportunity for new people or for people to move into them. Also, where are the opportunities to provide additional affordable new development housing in the city as well? So we're working from both ends of the spectrum here.